Hello everyone, and welcome once again to Let's Play Morrowind. Last time when we left off, we were almost done in Balmora, only having the Lucky Lockup and the Council Club left to explore. We'll start with the Lucky Lockup right now. I guess we can begin by speaking with Coulamere. I don't believe I've seen a high elf with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you? I am Coulamere, commoner. South Wall, I never go there. It's a dirty place, visited only by thieves and swindlers. Alright. Well, oops. I did not mean to do that. Let's talk to Hickam next. See what he has to say. Greetings, citizen. I'm Hickam. Welcome to Balmora. We're a House Lalu town and loyal citizens of the Empire. What can I do for you? He sells some low-quality thief tools. Background. You may call me Hickam. What I do is my own affair. Morrowind lore. The Dunmer are a serious people, and very serious about their gods and the temple. Well, that appears to be it for him. So let's run over here.
What does it ask?
Let's talk with Chuna. Greetings, citizen. I'm Chuna. This town is Balmora, council seat of House Lalu. We're loyal citizens of the Empire and proud of it. Well, most of us, anyway. So are you looking for someone in particular? Are you looking for services? Is there some specific place you'd like to visit? Would you like me to tell you about my trade? Arconian background. I am Chuna, Bard. Latest rumors. Fast Eddie was complaining the other day about how he was overlooked for advancement in House Telvanni. Again. Morrowind lore. Foul murder is punished by compensation, hard labor, or sometimes by writ of assassination. I think I've spoken to a bard before, that's not new. Just in case. I am a bard. As an entertainer, I share songs and stories with patrons and peasants. As a scholar, I travel the world, speaking with people and learning the lessons of history and human nature. And because a good bard must experience adventure at first hand in order to present its drama effectively, I have learned to defend myself with the noble tools of medium armor and long blade, and have mastered minor mysteries of alchemy, enchantment, and illusion. Well, cool. So let's head over here, unlock this small chest. And now let's head over here and speak with
Hello there. A pleasure to meet you.
Benunius Agrudilius. Alrighty. Good day, I'm Benunius Agrudilius, publican of the Lucky Lockup here in Balmora. We rent beds and I have a limited selection of goods for barter. If you're new here, I can also tell you where to look for other services or a specific place nearby. If you're looking for someone in particular, I may be able to help. Oh, that's good. Background. I am Benunius Agrudilius, publican. He doesn't sell anything I need. Let's rip through the rest of his dialogue, just in case. Don't need the bed. Morrowind lore. House Dunmer are the common dark elves of Morrowind. They live everywhere on Vardenfell, in towns, villages, manors, and farms. Alright, there's that. We duck around behind him. We find a door just to already unlocked, just to a little side area we can check out right quick on the off chance there's something good in here. Hey, a comberry, what do you know? Alright. Now one last thing to do is head upstairs where we can Unlock the room door. Check the room door first. Although the rooms you can sleep in are usually empty. We'll check this other door next. Behind it is Todd-Wendy. I don't believe I've seen a high elf with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you? I will note that Todd-Wendy is the master trainer for Short Blade. Background: I am Todd-Wendy, agent. Little secret. They say they don't have much of a problem here with vampires. From my experience, that's the truth in the settled parts of Vardenfell. But in the back country you hear rumors. Out near Dagonfell, Margon, Molagmar, you hear people talk of running into vampires in Dwemer ruins and in ancestral tombs. Best to be careful. You don't want to run into those babies. And if you do, you want a nice, crisp copy of Divine Intervention so you can get safe, fast, all in one piece. Morag Tong. The uninformed associate the Morag Tong with the Dark Brotherhood, a Western Assassin's Guild, but the Morag Tong is the sworn enemy of the Dark Brotherhood, and they couldn't be more different in practice or principle. Alrighty, that's it for her.
Anytime, friend. I'm right here.
I want to spin her this direction because while checking under the pillow is somewhat important, what's a lot more important
What can I do for you?
is snagging those lovely little Master Thief tools off of her end table. A Grandmaster's pick and a Grandmaster's probe. Let's head out the door to Balmora. Alright, with the lucky lockup done, we are finally ready to head to the Council Club. Final place we need to check out. This is Thanelin Valas. You will note he is the real murderer of Raylan Lallo. So Thanelin Valas is the murderer of Raylan Lallo, and he is also one of Larrius Varro's 5 bad people. So we're going to wind up killing him, but first let's talk with him. Greetings, citizen. I'm Thanelin Valas. Welcome to Balmora. We're a House Lallu town and loyal citizens of the Empire. What can I do for you? See what he has for sale. Okay. I am Thanelin Valas, a smith. What's it to you? Kamanatong. We're just the society of businessmen. We're Dunmer and we're proud. We're tired of seeing Morrowind run by outsiders who understand nothing about Morrowind, and we're tired of trying to explain this over and over again to ignorant outlanders. Imperial Cult. This is a nice Dunmer establishment for native Dunmer. We aren't interested in the Imperial Cult, Outlander. We aren't interested in anything Imperial here, understand? Murderer's description. Just a coincidence, I assure you. Nine Toes is the real murderer. Orvis Dren. He's the brother of Duke Vedum Dren, an important businessman, brave and loyal to his people and our rightful homeland. Raylan Lallo? Me? No, you are mistaken. It was that Argonian Nine Toes. South Wall. That's where the Thieves Guild scum hang out. Alrighty. Let's head downstairs. This is Banor Saran. He is, I think, the only person in here we don't wind up having to kill, if we play our cards right. He is the publican of the Council Club. Good day. I'm Banor Saran, publican of the Council Club here in Balmora. We rent beds, and I have a limited selection of goods for barter. If you're new here, I can also tell you where to look for other services, or a specific place nearby. If you're looking for someone in particular, I may be able to help. I am Banor Saran, publican and tough of the Kamanatong. Killing and murder. Killing is neither sinful nor dishonorable, but may be imprudent or wasteful. Murderer's description. Why no, I don't know anyone like that. Everyone here at the Council Club thinks that Nine Toes murdered Raylan Lallo. Alright. Over here is Sovor Trandal, noteworthy only in that he was our second option for getting the key to Nerano Manor. But we already handled that quest, so we don't need to worry about it. Unlike Banor Saran, who we don't need to worry about, Sovor Trandal was, or is, one of Larrius Varro's 5 bad people. Greetings, citizen. I'm Sovor Trandal. Welcome to Balmora. We're a House Lalu town and loyal citizens of the Empire. What can I do for you? I'm Sovor Trandal, a savant. What's it to you? Nerano Manor. Just don't tell Andres Nerano where you got the key. Andres Nerano. Just don't tell him how you got the key. The game is assuming that we bribed Sovor to get it, it seems. Alright. Over here, we have Vedusa Sathryan. Actually, I want to look at something right quick. Yeah, as I thought. Okay. Hello, Travis. I'm Vedusa Sathryan, and this is Balmora. I don't believe we've met. Is there something I can do for you? She is one of Larrius Varro's 5. Background. I am Vedusa Sathryan, a scout. What's it to you? We're actually almost done talking to people. It's awesome. Killing is justifiable when you can get away with it and it serves your purposes. Alrighty. Past her, we have Marasa Aaron, the 4th of Larrius Varro's 5. Alright. Hello, friend. I'm Marasa Aaron. Welcome to Balmora. If you have a question, I'll be happy to answer it, or try anyway. And if it's just a little advice you'd like, that's fine too. I am Marasa Aaron, a pawnbroker. What's it to you? Alright, well she's as friendly as everybody. Let's check that small chest.
Our doors are always open. Where's that slave? Here not long ago.
There's actually nothing else I care about inside this room. So, let's just get that little bit of loose gold if we can. Good. And let's head to the basement. Well, soon. Check the rest of this stuff out first. Just on the off chance. And down here is Madrali Thirith, the 5th of Larrius Varro's bad people. Hello, friend. I'm Madrali Thirith. Welcome to Balmora. If you have a question, I'll be happy to answer it, or try anyway. And if it's just a little advice you'd like, that's fine too. Let's see what she sells. Low-level thief tools. Got plenty of places to get those. Not worried. Background. I'm Madrali Thirith, a thief. What's it to you? Balmora Temple, Kamana Tong, Citizens of the Empire. I'll just rip through all these. There aren't going to be any new ones. The Tong don't like to talk to us, after all. Alrighty. Now that is it for people in Balmora. So let's check this door behind her. This area looks a little bit trashed. First things first, we got a chest to unlock. Nothing important in it, but that's okay. And now we have
What is this about?
this room door to unlock if we can. It actually used up everything I have that's lower quality than Master's lockpick. Alright,
Do I know you?
we're done here now, so let's save. You get an extra reward from Larrius Varro if you manage to avoid getting a bounty when you kill these people. So first, it's pretty easy to do. We only had to taunt Madrale once, and she's gonna attack us. Might as well take her tools. Make sure my difficulty's still high. Yeah, we're good. Time for Larrius Varro's little bloodbath. And after each one I want to check and make sure I don't have a bounty either. At some point I got a reputation point. When did that happen? I'll report back and let you know. In the meantime, we did that without alerting any of them. That's good. We'll do the same thing with Marasa. Oh, okay. We got a point of reputation when we did, when we finished Ajira's little quest line with the Stolen Reports quest. Same thing. Taunt. You would lose. That does it. So you'll notice that prompted attacks from Marasa, Vedusa, and Sovor. Killing all of them was pretty easy. We'll take the iron arrows off of Marasa. Vedusa has nothing we need. Sovor has some new books that we can at least read. We don't actually need to take them with us, but the Guide to Balmora is new. So we'll read it right quick and take it off the list. Oh. We're still in battle, and we cannot read during battle. I'm guessing that means Thanolin is hostile too.
Do I know you?
No, he's not. Who does it think I'm in battle with?
Our doors are always open. Where is that slave?
How weird. Well, I tell you what, we'll take the Guide to Balmora and Provinces of Tamriel with us. Unless maybe I've already read Provinces of Tamriel. We have already read Provinces of Tamriel. Homilies of Blessed Almalexia and the Consolations of Prayer we have also read. So the Guide to Balmora is the only new thing. Okay. Banor Seren is doing fine. So I suppose we'll just head upstairs and deal with Thanolin Velas. Alright, let's taunt him. You would lose. You've chosen your own death, High Elf. If you're looking for a fight, you're sure to find one. That does it.
You will die.
Alright. We'll take his gold and his repair tools, certainly. I'll repair my stuff. See if we can read the Guide to Balmora now. We can. Good. Guide to Balmora. So, there it is. North to Caldera, northeast to Ghostgate, southwest to Hlaod, southeast to Fort Moonmoth, Foyada Mamea, and Pelagiad. Way south to Sadanine, way southeast to Vivek, way south to Ebonheart. Balmora is the district seat of House Hlaalu and the largest settlement on Vardenfell after Vivek City. Balmora's 4 districts are High Town, the Commercial District, Labor Town, and Fort Moonmoth. High Town, on the hill to the west, has the Tribunal Temple, Hlaalu Council Hall, rich manors, better shops, and the Morag Tong Guild Hall. The Commercial District, just west of the river, is centered on the large plaza north of South Gate, with the Strider Port along the south wall east of South Gate. The Fighters Guild and Mages Guild, and most of Balmora's shops and inns, are located along the streets of the Commercial District. Labor Town, east of the river, where the commoners and poor live, has several modest corner clubs and a few merchants. Fort Moonmoth, a long walk southeast of town, houses the Legion garrison and the Imperial cult. Services. House Hlaalu services are available at Hlaalu Council Manor in High Town. Temple faithful seek solace and services at the Balmora Temple in the southeast. Outlanders must travel outside the town walls through South Gate and east along well-marked roads to Fort Moonmoth for Imperial Legion and the Imperial Cult services. The guild halls of the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild are on the street north from the plaza in the commercial district. Morag Tong services are available at their guild hall in the extreme northwest of High Town. Better shops are in High Town on the hill, with numerous merchants in the commercial district west of the river, and a few traders in Labor Town east of the river. Notable figures. None of the Hlalu councillors live in Balmora. Nileno Dorvain at the council hall is the ranking Hlalu local. At the Fighters Guild, Idis Fireeye is the steward. Ranis Athris is the Mages Guild steward. Ithasi Rilvain is the Morag Tong steward. Feldrello Sadri is the ranking cleric of the Balmora Tribunal Temple. The colorful Sugar Lips Habasi, a freelance facilitator of no fixed address, is often rumored to be the local boss of the Thieves Guild. Transportation. A good road leads south to Pelagiad, Satanine, Ebonheart, and Vivek. A rugged wilderness track leads southwest along the Odai River to the fishing village of Flaod. Improved roads head north to Caldera and Aldrune. The Siltstrider port is on the west side of the river near South Gate. Siltstrider service goes to Aldrune, Suran, Aldrune, and Satanine. Guild guides at the Mages Guild can teleport you to Aldrune, Vivek, Caldera, and Sadrith Mora for a fee. Hlaod is southwest on the coast. An unimproved trail leads northeast up the ravines of Foyata Mamea to Ghost Gate. The path is easy to follow, but dangerous beasts threaten pilgrims who travel this route to Ghost Gate Shrine. Interesting. Well, I have no need of that. And with that, they're all dead. We got no bounty. Alrighty.
Yours is to ask.
So let's offload a bit. Now that we're actually about ready to head out into the wilderness again, I note that I actually don't quite want to carry all of my probes or repair tools. Well, maybe I still do. Yeah, I'm okay. We'll keep carrying everything, it's fine. Let's go to the Hlalu Council Manor to report our success in avenging the death of Raylan Hlalo. So, you do not belong to any house, but you have brought Raylan Hlalo's murderer to justice. I will make sure House Hlalu hears about what you did. There was a reward of 1,000 drakes, which is now yours. If you wish to join House Hlalu, I will put in a good word for you. Your journal has been updated, 1,000 gold has been added to your inventory. Even though I don't belong to House Hlalu, Nileno Dorvain rewarded me for finding Raylan Hlalo's murderer. Alrighty. Now let's head to Fort Moonmoth to report our success to Larrius Varro. We have fully explored the city of Balmora. That's pretty cool. Obviously, we'll be back many, many times as we quest and come back to get new quests, but oops. I was getting ahead of myself. Oh, we've only been going 40 minutes. Let's tell them about our bloodbath. Work. I see everything's been taken care of, and remarkably enough, without creating any problems of a legal nature. You are far more discreet than I had hoped. I'm so glad I found that nice present from the Emperor. Here, it seems to be a ring. A very nice ring. There was no note with it, I'm afraid, but I'll let the Emperor know you've received it. I'm sure he'll be pleased. And also, from me, because of your exceptional discretion, take this special volume from my own library with my compliments. Your journal has been updated. Ring of Surroundings has been added to your inventory. Biography of the Wolf Queen has been added to your inventory. So, the Biography of the Wolf Queen, you may recall, is a speechcraft skill book that we've had a copy of before. You get that if you manage to take out the bad people without incurring a bounty like we did. The Ring of Surroundings is what you get no matter what. It's an artifact. So let's check them both out. The Ring of Surroundings is a cast when used 20 to 30% for 30 seconds chameleon enchantment, which is not bad at all. So before we explore new territory, wrong way, jeez. But before we go explore anywhere new, we've been directed to 3 locations we've previously seen but bypassed because, with the foresight of a player who's consulted the UESP, I happened to know that we would be directed to those places on quests later on. They are Punabi and Sulapund, Ferranus Athras's first 2 Mages Guild quests, and of course Arkenthand, the place where the main quest really gets started in earnest. Let's sell the Biography of the Wolf Queen to Dorisa Darvel. The Ring of Surroundings can live at our house. So our constant effect enchantments are way cooler. I just need a moment, but because we've only been going 40 minutes, I'll at least head over to Punabi and Sulapund. not actually clearing them out and taking care of the quests. Alrighty. So let's follow Rannis's directions. Leave Balmora going towards Fort Moonmoth to the east. Oh, and since we're leaving town, let's make a nice big anchor save too. Everything went right during all our explorations. I'd hate to lose any of that. I'm just curious which direction she thinks we should go. We'll get to the first intersection here and see what she says. Oh yes. Larrius Varro says that everything has been taken care of. I assume he is referring to the deaths of Vidusa Sathrayan, Marasa Aaron, Madrale Thirith, Sovor Trandal, and Thanalin Velas of the Kamana Tong. He then gave me a ring he called the nice present from the Emperor. He also gave me a book in recognition of my exceptional discretion. Cross the old Dwemer Bridge just north of the fort that leads into Molag Amur. Okay, I know where that is. We're actually going to pass Arkangthand. We're ranging farther. And when that's going on, I kind of prefer to do that first, so... Seems I've aggroed a cliff racer. There he is. Oh, the diseased persuasion at that. Alright, next intersection. Go past the Dwemer ruin and follow the winding trail east until you reach a lake. Alright. Easy enough. Cliff racers. Oh, and an ash storm. Now this is where her directions at least get a little sketchy. I just happen to know that this is the way we need to go, because we've been out here before. But if we follow along through here, sure enough, before too much time goes by, we will make our way to the lake. Ooh, an ogrim. We'll leave his corpse, but we want the Daedra heart. Well, it appears to me that at least once I finish dealing with critters, we've reached the lake that Rannis was discussing. Now what? You will see Mirandus to your south. I will mark this stronghold on your map. Head north from Mirandus on the path between the hills. Punabi will be on your right, and Sulapund is further up the path on the left. Just follow the signs to Molagmar. Alright, this way then. Deal with these critters. And, as she promised, we will arrive at Punabi. I forget which one is in here. I think it's Manwë, the one who's in the guild but hasn't paid her dues. Let's head down here first. Ah yes, Manwë. I'm fine, thank you. What can I do for you? Alright, guild dues. Will you leave me alone if I give you the 2,000 septims? I cannot leave my research unattended. Yes. Here, take the gold and leave me to my work. I would advise that you leave here now. We are engaged in very serious research here, and if you disturb my colleagues, they may not be very understanding. Your journal has been updated, 2,000 gold has been added to your inventory. Manwë finally agreed to pay the 2,000 gold she owes. I need to deliver this gold to Rannis Athras in Balmora. True, but we gotta explore the rest of this cave. I'm going to make an anchor save here just in case Manwë turns hostile. I don't think she does. Hard not to notice the Daedroth. here we've got Darine Bien. Don't know how I wound up in the console. Didn't really mean to, but with Darine handled, we can take her gold and check out her little platform, which has nothing I really care about. Apprentice's alchemical gear. Psh, come on. You gotta do better than that. Here is Sjarnfid.
Fool.
Only thing he has that I care about is little gold. That's fine. Let's just rip past him. There's nothing on ground level here, but if we follow the stone catwalk up, we'll fight. Looks like a storm atronach. Void salts are great. Through the door, we find Eldracia Hellas. Simple enough. Now, the only thing she has that I actually care about is the gold. Let's do that and let's loot the room. So let's check out this room. I want to start burning off Apprentice's probes, man. I want to use the lower quality tools whenever I can. Special Flora of Tamriel we've read. That's not special. Don't need the scrolls. The First Hold Revolt is a new book. It's a mysticism skill book. We'll read it right quick and take it off the list. Yes, there we go. You've gained knowledge from this book. Your mysticism skill increased to 100. The First Hold Revolt by Mavius Tie. You told me that if her brother won, she would be sister to the king of Wayrest, and Riemann would want to keep her for the alliance. But her brother Helseth lost, and has fled with his mother back to Morrowind, and still Riemann has not left her to marry me. Lady Jaline took a long, slow drag of the hookah and blew out dragon's breath, so the scent of blossoms perfumed her gilded chamber. You make a very poor adviser, Cale. I might have spent my time romancing the king of Cloudrest or Alinor instead of the wretched royal husband of Queen Morgaya. Cale knew better than to hurt his lady's vanity by the mere suggestion that the king of the Firsthold might have come to love his Dunmer queen. Instead, he gave her a few minutes to pause and look from her balcony out over the high cliff palaces of the ancient capital. The moons shone like crystal on the deep sapphire waters of the Abetian Sea. It was ever springtide here, and he could well understand why she would prefer a throne in this land than in Cloudrest or Alinor. Finally he spoke. The people are with you, my lady. They do not relish the idea of Riemann's dark elf heirs ruling the kingdom when he is gone. I wonder, she said calmly, I wonder if as the king would not give up his queen for want of alliances, whether she would give herself up out of fear. Of all the people of Firsthold, who most dislikes the Dunmer influence on the court? Is this a trick question, my lady? Asked Cale. The Trebite monks, of course. Their credo has ever been for pure Altmer bloodlines on Somerset, and among the royal families most of all, but my lady, they make very weak allies. I know, said Jaline, taking up her hookah again thoughtfully, a smile creeping across her face. Morgaya has seen to it that they have no power. She would have exterminated them altogether had Riemann not stopped her for all the good they do for the country folk. What if they found themselves with a very powerful benefactress, one with intimate knowledge of the court of Firsthold, the chief concubine of the king, and all the gold to buy weapons with that her father, the king of Skywatch, could supply? Well armed and with the support of the country people, they would be formidable, nodded Cale. But as your adviser, I must warn you, if you make yourself an active foe of Queen Morgaya, you must play to win. She has inherited much of her mother, Queen Baranzaya's intelligence and spirit of vengeance. She will not know I am her foe until it is too late, shrugged Jaline. Go to the Trebite monastery and bring me Friar Lilim. We must strategize our plan of attack. For 2 weeks, Riemann was advised about growing resentment in the countryside from peasants who called Morgaya the Black Queen, but it was nothing that he had not heard before. His attention was on the pirates on a small island off the coast called Caluis Lar. They had been more brazen as late, attacking royal barges in organized raids. To deliver a crushing blow, he ordered the greatest part of his militia to invade the island, an incursion he himself would lead. A few days after Riemann left the capital, the revolt of the Trebite monks exploded. The attacks were well coordinated and without warning. The chief of the guards did not wait to be announced, bursting into Morgaya's chamber ahead of a flurry of maidservants. My queen, he said, it is a revolution. By contrast, Jaline was not asleep when Cale came to deliver the news. She was seated by the window, smoking her hookah and looking at the fires far off in the hills. Morgaya is with council, he explained. I am certain they are telling her that the Trebite monks are behind the uprising, and that the revolution will be at the city gates by morning. How large is the revolutionary army in contrast to the remaining royal militia? Asked Jaline. The odds are well in our favor, said Cale, though not perhaps as much as we hoped. The country folk, it seems, like to complain about their queen, but stop short of insurrection. Primarily the army is composed of the monks themselves and a horde of mercenaries your father's gold bought. In a way of thinking it is preferable this way. They are more professional and organized than a common mob. Really, they are a true army, complete with a horn section. If that doesn't frighten the Black Queen into abdication, nothing will, smiled Jaline, rising from her chair. The poor dear must be beside herself with worry. I must fly to her side and enjoy it. Jaline was disappointed when she saw Morgaya come out of the council chambers. Considering that she had been woken from a deep sleep with cries of revolution and had spent the last several hours in consultation with her meager general force, she looked beautiful. There was a sparkle of proud defiance in her bright red eyes. My queen, Jaline cried, forcing real tears. I came as soon as I heard. Will we all be slaughtered? a distinct possibility, replied Morgaya simply. Jaleen tried to read her, but the expressions of women, especially alien women, were a far greater challenge than those of Altmer men. I hate myself for even thinking to propose this, said Jaleen, but since the cause of their fury is you, perhaps if you were to give up the throne they might disperse. Please understand, my queen, I am thinking only of the good of the kingdom and our own lives. I understand the spirit of your suggestion, smiled Morgaya, and I will take it under advisement. Believe me, I've thought of it myself, but I don't think it will come to that. Have you a plan for defending us? Asked Jaleen, contorting her features to an expression she knew bespoke girlish hope. The king left us several dozen of his royal battle mages, said Morgaya. I think the mob believes we have nothing but palace guards and a few soldiers to protect us. When they get to the gates and are greeted with a wave of fireballs, I find it highly likely that they will lose heart and retreat. But isn't there some protection they could be using against such an assault? Asked Jaleen in her best worried voice. If they knew about it, naturally there is. But an unruly mob is unlikely to have mages skilled in the arts of restoration, by which they could shield themselves from the spells, or mysticism, by which they could reflect the spells back on my battle mages. That would be the worst scenario, but even if they were well organized enough to have mystics in their ranks, and enough of them to reflect so many spells, it just isn't done. No battlefield commander would advise such a defense during a siege unless he knew precisely what he was going to be meeting. And then, of course, once the trap is sprung, Morgaya winked, it's too late for a countering spell. A most cunning solution, your highness, said Jaleen, honestly impressed. Morgaya excused herself to meet with her battle mages, and Jaleen gave her an embrace. Cale was waiting in the palace garden for his lady. Are there mystics among the mercenaries? She asked quickly. Several, in fact, replied Cale, bewildered by her query. Largely rejects from the Psijic order, but they know enough to cast the regular spells of the school. You must sneak out the city gates and tell Friar Lyland to have them cast reflection spells on all the front line before they attack, said Jaleen. That's most irregular battlefield strategy, frowned Cale. I know it is, fool. That's what Morgaya is counting on. There's a gang of battle mages who are going to be waiting on the battlements to greet our army with a barrage of fireballs. Battle mages? I would have thought that King Riemann would have brought them with him to fight the pirates. You would have thought that, laughed Jaleen, but then we would be defeated. Now go. Friar Lyland agreed with Cale that it was a bizarre, unheard-of way to begin a battle, casting reflection spells on all one's troops. It went against every tradition, and as a Trebite monk he valued tradition above every other virtue. There was little other choice, though, given the intelligence. He had few enough healers in the army, as it were, and their energies could not be wasted casting resistance spells. At dawn's light the rebel army was in sight of the gleaming spires of Firsthold. Friar Lyland gathered together every soldier who knew even the rudimentary secrets of mysticism, who knew how to tap into the elementary conundrums and knots of the energies of magicka. Though few were masters of the art, their combined force was powerful to behold. A great surge of entangling power washed over the army, crackling, hissing, and infusing all with their ghostly force. When they arrived at the gates, every soldier, even the least imaginative, knew that no spell would touch him for a long time. Friar Lyland watched his army batter into the gate with the great satisfaction of a commander who has counteracted an unthinkable attack with an outrageous defense. The smile quickly faded from his face. They were met at the battlements not by mages, but by common archers of the palace guard. As the flaming arrows fell upon the siegers like a red rain, the healers ran in to help the wounded. Their healing spells reflected off the dying men, one after the other. Chaos ruled as the attackers suddenly found themselves defenseless and began a panicked, unorganized retreat. Friar Lyland himself considered briefly holding his ground before fleeing himself. Later he would send furious notes to Lady Jaleen and Cale, but they were returned. Even his best secret agents within the palace were unable to find their whereabouts. Neither had, as it turns out, much previous experience with torture, and they soon confessed their treachery to the king's satisfaction. Cale was executed, and Jaleen was sent back with escort to her father's court of Skywatch. He has still to find a husband for her. Riemann, by contrast, has elected not to take a new royal concubine. The common folk of Firsthold consider this break in palace protocol to be more of the sinister alien influence of the Black Queen, and grumble to all who will listen. Alright, let's unlock this worn chest next. Take that gold. Let's see what else there is. Scrolls, potions. Ooh, we will take that scroll of summon Golden Saint. We'll keep that with us till we find another Grand Soul Gem. Alright, let's take that. And I think this is going to be about it. Let's unlock this last chest. Take the gold out of there. And we'll head out. Just need to verify that we're still on good terms with Manway. Looks like we are. That's good. So we'll leave. Deal with another fucking cliff racer. If we even can. There we go. And now we will continue north. As for Sulapund, we have been there ourselves, and we also know from Rannis's directions that it's just a little farther up the road from Punabi on the left. And in fact, we can already see it up here. We're going to head inside, but now we're at the 1 hour mark, so I'm going to end this episode. I'm going to put my katana away. I would rather recruit the man than kill him, and we'll end the video right here. This has been Let's Play Morrowind. We finished exploring Balmora, took care of the bad people at the Council Club, and we've already handled one of Rannis Athras's first 2 quests. Next time we'll explore Sulapund and recruit, hopefully, Larar Baraloth into the Mages Guild. Then we'll head back to Balmora for a quick little offload, and then we will advance the main quest by tackling the Dwemer Ruin of Arkingthand. Until then, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy my videos, please consider clicking an ad, liking, sharing, or subscribing, any or all of which will really help me out. Regardless, please know that I really do appreciate the time you spend watching, and hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.